right onto the system. So that if you're going to pick it up and take it to go, I just come down, flip it to tools, and pick all that up. And that does my sucking up of the tools. So it's very simple. The on switch is, this one, actually you push this one down, it will bend back. Speaking of how far it will bend back, watch this. This actually, if you punch it all the way, will come all the way down. So you can get under the beds, you can get under the dining room table without hitting it on the top of the dining room table. If you have higher furniture like a sofa. This is a lady who has been entitled the fairy godmother of the doll world, and she also really knows how to capture the innocence, the warmth, and that eternal youth of children. Please welcome Cindy McClure. Welcome to QVC.
Thank you, Mary.
It's great to have you here. We met way back about 2 years ago at Disney World, and you probably don't even remember, but I was thrilled because when we watched all the ladies come in to the different booths and of the doll designers, etc., your booth is always mobbed. I mean, people go straight to your booth to see what your dolls are and to buy your limited editions. And that's something that QVC watches for, because when we see that, we say, I think we better go over there and check that lady out. Cindy has done a lot of the doll conventions at Disney World and also Disneyland, and you've done some of them at the Toy Fair in New York, etc. So you were really very well known all over the country. We're going to introduce your first doll. One thing I have to do, I said something wrong during the preview, and I want to correct myself, and that is on the twin dolls. What was the item number again? C11112. It's your choice of the twin dolls. I said 2 for 140. Saw the 2 dolls, and I just was thinking that you get 2 for 145, but you don't, because that would be really a steal.
That'd be a great deal.
That would be an incredible deal, so that's why I want to correct myself on that right away. We're going to talk about your first doll. The first 3 dolls are in a series called the Marching Band series,
yes.
And each one carries an instrument from the percussion line. And this is our first doll. We're going to continue and take a look at the next little guy who is actually part of the marching band as well. He's playing the drums, and his name is Matthew. And he also just has an adorable face. And when I buy a doll,
18 and Aubrey is 20.
wow, that's
and they're
amazing.
all watching.
Oh, hi, girls.
Hi, girls.
Isn't it fun to see your mom on TV? Isn't that great? Booths that is mobbed by everyone else. But not only that, when you are at the doll conventions, you always submit a one-of-a-kind, and those one-of-a-kind dolls at the doll auctions, which they hold at these big conventions, have brought in $2,000 to $3,000. So that I just want everyone to know that your dolls are very valuable and very, very desired. I mean, it's something that when you go to the doll conventions, everybody says, what does Cindy McClure have at her booth this time? So anyway, so I'm glad you got in on him. Let's take a look at the third in the series of the marching band. What inspired you to do a marching band series? I've never seen that in dolls before.
Oh, now if you have kids, everybody knows that they like to march.
We're going to talk about fairies in just a little bit, but we'll get to that. I'm so anxious to ask you all these different questions. I got to just hold off. We're going to talk about baby dolls right now. And this is what we call the twin dolls. You get 1 doll, remember, for 100. He's the little boy, and he has the blue ribbons. I'm going to hold him. I'm going to just switch my information here for a moment. Put him on my lap. They're different certificates and all. But these particular dolls, $145 a piece, and they are limited editions of 2,400 pieces, 2,400 dolls. Okay, let me show you their certificates. These are so precious. Okay. We're going to talk about a little fairy doll. This is Crystal. And you have been called the fairy godmother of the doll world. How did you get that kind of title?
Started the fairies years ago, I believe my first.
Absolutely gorgeous, just incredible dolls. Speaking of that, if you've just joined us in the Doll Collector this afternoon, please welcome Cindy McClure at QVC with her beautiful dolls. And she's an award-winning designer. She sculpts her own dolls as well, and you will love them when you get them home. This particular doll is her only bride doll in the collection that we have today, and her name is Lisa. She's a limit around the waistline.
It is detachable.
Right, it is detachable. Look at this. Is that one of the most... We are bringing our next doll here, and just like a mom, she's primping. We all do that, don't we, with our dolls? I love to do that. She is beautiful. She is called Love.
If you don't clean your floor all that often, get these...
Which one is you? Which one is me after a long, hard day here at QVC?
Look, they got to start cleaning these floors. Get these things, gosh, you know? That's one of the reasons. These things are horrible. Look at this.
Unbelievable.
The attack of the killer body lice. Help. Wait.
You should see the eyeballs
It's an
on
old,
this one.
it's an old Roger Corman film. We've lost it. We've absolutely lost it.
That is a riot. What in the world did you
Let me
bring?
get these guys. You know, you may
Clean
be
up with the
looking, honey,
biffles.
get these guys out of here, honey. Get out of here, you dirty, no good.
Gifts under $50, that's what we're going to talk about tonight. I've got a massager. That is the wildest thing. I'll tell you, this feels so good that if you're getting a headache or you've got stress in those shoulders, this is the one to use. It's brand new tonight. It's called the Moon Car. It kind of looks like a moon car, doesn't it? But it is a really neat We're going to come back and take a look at something brand new. Now, look at this thing. It's called the Moon Car. It does kind of look like a moon car, doesn't it? It looks like it should be going across the moon area. But this is actually a massager. And, you know, it's so easy to hold. It's got little finger grips